Hi, I'm Carcina.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Corsino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Blessings and peace and tranquility and everything. Now, what in the world is going on today? Everybody has been floating with this ongoing story, the lie that has been traveling and transporting around from place to place, and the lie that has been floating around and going around and making its rounds around the world that doesn't seem to want to exist anymore or shouldn't exist has definitely transpired to look like a plot or a plan to try to stop Kendrick Lamar from performing the song Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, which I don't think Drake can stop. The thing is, Aubrey Drake Graham is very upset about the song being played at the Super Bowl. He's so afraid of it ruining his whatever he got going that he is putting up some type of march or campaign to try to, I don't know what he's trying to do with UMG, I guess get out of a contract or whatever. But it seems very futile because Kendrick Lamar, I don't think, was going to be saying those kind of lyrics at the Super Bowl, where there's children. I'm quite sure he's aware of the laws of the NFL and what they expect when they went ahead and booked him. He knows what to do and what to not say. I don't think he was going to and ever was going to say the name Kendrick Lamar or anything even close to it. I mean, not Kendrick Lamar, but Drake. I don't think he was going to say Drake's name, nothing. Now, on top of all of it, you have a situation where, yeah, Sticky, I see YouTube is not sending notifications. On top of all of it, I see that we're having a situation where Drake is using all of his motives, even damaging his own career, which is already damaged beyond compare. He just made it worse. Yeah, it was too much news going around, and we're going to get to that later and just do something on the Pistons because I love watching their games, especially. It looked like they was finna jump Siakam last night. It was beautiful. I love this new attitude Pistons. Reminded me of the old D. Now, there was reports floating that they had contacted Kendrick Lamar and told him not to perform the song Not Like Us. Everybody was floating with this narrative like it was true. It was something that other people were saying, oh my God, they stopped Kendrick from saying he can't perform Not Like Us. This is a lie. I don't know who created the lie, but when it was premiered on Media Takeout, I automatically knew. No major news publication has taken this news and has run with it. TMZ didn't run with it. Nobody has run with this take that the NFL had contacted Kendrick Lamar and told him about he can't perform the song Not Like Us. Because the NFL would not contact him. Okay? The NFL has nothing really to do with Kendrick Lamar performing at the Super Bowl. That is all being handled by Roc Nation. So Roc Nation would be informed, and Roc Nation would contact Kendrick Lamar. Roc Nation have not contacted Kendrick Lamar about anything he's performing at the Super Bowl since he was added to perform at the Super Bowl. The only thing they've been going at it with or back and forth with is the actual sets, themes of what he wants performed or what they want performed at the Super Bowl, which will be happening in a couple of weeks. There have been several attempts to try to besmirch and smear the name of certain individuals who were involved or may not have been involved in the whole whatever it is. But Drake and somebody is really concerned about that song being played at the Super Bowl, that they would rather spread a false narrative. The NFL does not contact people. They contact whoever is in charge of putting the event together. So if they get a letter, it'll be from Roc Nation. Roc Nation would supply that letter to them saying this is what the NFL wants, or this is what their concerns are. So if they did have any concerns, the person that would get that mostly would be Jay-Z. Jay-Z would be the one that would get that. Yep, Champagne Sloppy back on the prowl. So if Jay-Z gets a complaint from the NFL, then the NFL, Jay-Z and Roc Nation would contact Kendrick Lamar's people, and they will have a discussion over the song. But here's the thing. I never, ever, ever thought from the very beginning he was going to use Drake's name at the Super Bowl and say the lyrics in those songs. That he was going to take Drake's name out of it. He has not been saying Drake's name or repeating his name since Drake started filing lawsuits and started painting a narrative. The beef was over. If he performs Not Like Us, he can. If the song does not mention Drake, Drake cannot, there's nothing he can do about it. There's absolutely nothing he can do about it. So if they say, well, he did not perform any lyrics at the Super Bowl and did not mention your name. But see, all he has to do is drop the beat, and we know what time it is. That's all I need to hear. And it's F Drake all over again. I'll wake up in the morning saying F Drake. I woke up this morning, and the first thing came to my mind was F Drake. F Drake. Yeah, I don't like him. Now, we showed yesterday how, or why and what went down. And he's doing that with other YouTubers. If you don't agree with how he feels, or if you like another record and he comes after you, you didn't agree, you agreed Euphoria was better than his record and you didn't kiss his ass. I'm not one of these minions. I don't work for you, dog. So everybody think I switched up on him. No, he switched up on everybody else. He assumed we all kiss asses. We ain't academics. I'm not going to come out here and lie to try to cover for you. I don't do stuff like that. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you got your ass whooped, you got your ass whooped. That's why people lose credibility. They sacrifice their credibility for alliances and allegiance. Right. This man can't take a loss. If he just took the loss and be like, yeah, he got that one. He got that one. But I got some heat coming this summer. That's all he got to do. That's all he had to do was eat it, but he couldn't. So now he's spinning the narrative that, oh, this is bigger. This is much bigger. Yeah, this UMG thing. They saying both parties had reached a resolution. They was like, oh, Drake filed this massive defamation lawsuit, and the problem is that this blistering blowback from the lawsuit is just one of the major problems. UMG could face some serious charges while putting one of their biggest artists on the bench and keeping a negative lawsuit in the media. Over hip hop corners, the fans are convinced that Drake will lose this case. This clearly isn't a street move, according to the laws of culture. But see, here's the problem. Your lyrical acumen, Drake, was supposed to be taken on the microphone. You didn't even take it to the streets. You took it to the courts. And that speaks volumes. It goes against the spirit of what hip hop is, which you claim and fought so hard to be respected in. And you believe just as long as you make songs and people gonna say it's hot, they're gonna forget all about it and ride with you. Rivalries on diss tracks. People have never went ahead and gone ahead and did what you just did. So Zayas said that UMG executives spoke to him about the lawsuit and claimed that the artist, Drake, is simply looking for a way to get out of his deal with the label. But the theory isn't a new one. And disputing the conjecture proving difficult for Drake to get out of his deal that all the fans, his fanboys, believe he's out of already. He recouped that. This is about him re-ing up for the next deal. Oh, Drake done made that money back. Okay. And this has nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. He feels that they're purposely trying to undermine his career to pay him less money when he do renew his contract. We showed that that's a lie. And we proved that that's a lie. Because, granted, that act has been done in the past. They don't have to do it when your numbers reflect that you haven't been packing them in So before the rap battle took place, For All the Dogs was one of your worst performing albums of all time. Before that, Honestly Nevermind performed very poorly. Her Loss didn't do that well. So that's your last three albums, Sloppy. And they did not perform up to peak level. Then, on top of that, Certified Lover Boy, that did well. But you haven't done anything since Scorpion. You haven't come close to Scorpion's numbers. So what would justify UMG giving you another contract? They gave you a big contract based on what you were worth at that point in time, musically, to the music business. So for you to re-sign back for more money wouldn't even make sense. You're not generating that much money. They was, we just went on tour. Yeah, you're going to have to tour forever. You're going to need a 2-year tour to recoup that money because your record sales is not dictating it. So you better put on that biker or that BMX biker outfit on again with the shoulder pads to try to make you look muscular and run around going on stage because it's over, boy. It's completely over. Oh, the Ravens. I think I'll be watching that game tomorrow. So I won't even be here. Yeah, I'll be watching that with my boy. He probably don't want to bet on the Bills because he hates Lamar Jackson for some reason. Well, the NFL want Josh Allen. They want their Bills Chiefs to game to see who go to the Super Bowl. Of course, they want that. They trying to act like they don't. So that's why I'm going for the Ravens because I want them to upset the apple cart. According to fans, but his two largest albums is Views and Scorpion. His largest performing albums. So, as you can see, if you cut through all the lies that allegedly Drake's media team is spreading or his pundits are spreading this agenda of lies throughout the media, you're starting to see why you don't see any major networks picking this up, that the NFL contacted him. Well, this is what I mean by lies. Kendrick Lamar is not even thinking about performing the song. Why would he? Kendrick Lamar is not thinking about Not Like Us. He doesn't have to perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, but he will perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, in my opinion. He will perform it. It won't have lyrics about Drake. He'll take all the lyrics about Drake or anything. He's not going to talk about paraphernalia at the Super Bowl. I just don't think everybody's waiting to hear they not like us. Right. All they need to do is play the hook. SZA will be joining him on stage, so they're going to perform their songs. I don't know if they're going to do Luther at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl ads, man, they don't even have to do that on Super Bowl ads. But Not Like Us is everywhere. Like, people don't, if that's what they don't really understand is how big Not Like Us actually is in the NFL alone. So when you say the NFL shouldn't perform Not Like Us, let me show y'all how big it is around the whole world. Kansas City Chiefs, they're not like us. Houston, Texas, they're not like us. Browns, Chiefs, Eagles, they not like us. They're not like us shirts everywhere for every team in the league. You see that? This is what the reality of it is. So for the NFL, not all Drake has to do is perform the hook. TV Off will be performed at the Super Bowl. Well, I look at things a little differently than how they've been performed or how they've been put on a pedestal. Well, UMG, no. UMG don't have to taunt Drake. They don't have to taunt him at all. They just don't care. UMG gets paid regardless. That's why I'll be like, man, nobody got a taunt. They don't have to do anything. They're wherever Drake go, right, and get a record deal. Let's say he gets out and get a record deal. Who's going to distribute his records? Universal. They get paid. So they make more money off Drake than they do Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick is signed through not Universal. He's signed through his own label, which is PG Lane, and it's distributed by UMG, Universal. He's got this Interscope deal, and Universal is the ones that distribute it, right? So Drake went directly to UMG, which puts people on their label, which is Relativity, and that's where they put The Weeknd. They signed him to a 360 deal, and Drake act like it's the greatest deal in the history of music. It isn't. It's their way of saying, this is how we make sure we recoup our money, is that we need all your rights that you would normally have to yourself. We need that from you. See, when artists back in the day used to perform, they had other scenarios going on. They could keep all the money they make from tours, shows, appearances. All of that was 100% their money. The record company used to just eat off of your record deal, which you didn't see a lot of money from. That's how they recoup. Artists was not getting paid $1 for their albums. They were getting paid from shows. That was it. Now, because of these factors, everybody in the free world saw what was transpiring and said, oh, okay, so if this is the narrative and this is the way it's going to go, and we're losing money, the record business would be all shut down because artists started losing money. They weren't making money off the artists anymore, the record labels, because the records weren't selling. So the record labels started closing down. That's why you only got 3 majors now, and all the other labels got all bought up. They bought up all the small labels. Thousands of record labels were bought up and went bankrupt because they weren't making any money selling records. Most of it was sabotage, but they closed down all the mom and pop spots that used to sell the records and had license to sell records. They closed all those down and put them all in like Walmarts and Targets. So as you can see, the NFL has made money off this. The NBA is probably too stupid to, but everybody's been making money off of the slogan. Do you think Drake is stupid enough to sue the NFL? If that man even breathes like he wants to sue the NFL, career over. Bruh, he's already banned from calling games in the NBA. Does he want this to go further? I don't think he do. They don't promote the NFL halftime show. When it gets closer to the Super Bowl, they'll start to promote the halftime show. They haven't promoted the Super Bowl because they have the playoff games to do.
And thanks for the super chats. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys want to donate too, you could do that, or you can go to the Cash App, which is Carcino. We appreciate that, all the love and support. Go Bills. Oh, they gonna go all right. They remember that butt whooping the Ravens gave them last time. It's gonna get worse. All I can think about is hearing HD voice. He can't read front sevens. Yep. Chill, see, no. I've been chilling. But when I see news and hear news that doesn't make any sense, you can't help but say to yourself, what in the world is going on? They gave Kansas City an easy route. The thing is, they always gonna give Kansas City an easy route. You know why? Because Kansas City isn't a good football team. Their gimmick has been caught. Everybody has caught on to their gimmick. That's why they can't score a lot of points. Have you noticed that? Patrick Mahomes has sucked the past 2 seasons in the NFL, and they won't even talk about it. Now, why wouldn't they go through this whole progression of, oh, wait a minute, I think that we're jumping the gun a little bit. Because they want you to believe in their wisdom that is so infinite. And oh no, we got this all set up. We got it all planned out. Roger Goodell told y'all 2 years ago that he was going to do the Eagles and Chiefs again. Just not yet, not this quick. Like he wasn't going to do it back to back. We'll put them back in the Super Bowl again. The Eagles is not a good football team. Saquon really saved them. Jalen Hurts is not a great quarterback. They're just trying to say, well, hopefully he could do just enough. The Detroit Lions is the greatest show going right now. They're clicking on all cylinders. Minnesota lost 3 games all season, and they at home. Because nobody was afraid of Darnold. They knew what he was. And getting smacked around by Detroit really wrecked their confidence. And you put a guy who had a history of losing into a winning situation, and then he has to perform on the biggest stage, he choked.
Not to mention they got screwed out of a touchdown that would have changed the game because the LA Fire now, so now everything's LA strong. Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl will be performing. He's going to be performing his song, and he will be dedicating everything to the LA Fires. It's going to be LA strong all the way through. Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's a lie. The NFL have not contacted Kendrick Lamar. Not at all. And in no way, shape, or form did they. In the past, oh no, not in the past, the future, the present, of nothing. Kendrick Lamar was not contacted. I just want Patrick Mahomes out of the Super Bowl. I want him out of contention. Out of commission. This lawsuit changes no business practices. This lawsuit is frivolous. This lawsuit holds no bounds. This lawsuit means absolutely nothing in the thick of it. Oh, he will not. No, he won't. He won't be able to survive it. The backlash is so great. Drake's only way of surviving something like this is to have somebody come to his aid, someone come to his defense. The only way out is to make an amends with Kendrick Lamar. Something that doesn't seem to be on his radar. So in that all walk of it and all talks of it, this is what it's been laid out to look like. It has been terrible. We have seen largely things put on display that doesn't make a lot of sense to us, but it makes sense to him. So I guess it means something, but to us, it doesn't. Rory is a fool if he thinks this is clear defamation. Rory is a Drake Glazer, so he's going to tell you there's defamation of character. There isn't a defamation of character because you have to prove it. You can insinuate. An insinuation isn't a crime. You insinuated. That's what you believe, but did I say it? I might insinuate Drake is a punk who I want to punch in the face, but I really didn't say it. Well, I just said it there, but I could insinuate to doing that. But I haven't actually done it. Right. Opinion. We'll do the case right here. I'm going to show you how smart Kendrick Lamar was in making the song. What did he say about Drake? You see, the fans keep saying that he said that he was a PDF file. He never said Drake was a PDF file. Nowhere in the song did he say that. When he said, say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You like young girls. There's evidence of them. You have dated young girls, and there's evidence that you have dated young girls. Young girls is not particularly glued to an age. Young is young. So that's a matter of opinion that will not stick. And you have not sued Kendrick Lamar for defamation. So, on top of that, what else do you have? Certified lover boy, certified PDF file. Okay. A lover boy is known as somebody who takes advantage of young people. It's by definition in other countries. So when he says certified lover boy, certified PDF files, that's an actual factual statement. It's not about him being smarter than that. He would never perform that at the Super Bowl. A pop-out concert, yeah. But the Super Bowl, nobody's gonna use those type of lyrics at a Super Bowl. So he was automatically going to change the lyrics anyway. You don't need nobody to tell him to do that. He wasn't gonna mention Drake's name. He muted anything that had something to do with Drake or his name reference to him or J. Cole on his GNX when they muted the lyrics out of the songs, like Whacked Out Murals and that Reincarnated. Right, because if there's anything of clear defamation, the clear defamation that was done in this whole thing is actually conducted by Aubrey Drake Graham. Aubrey Drake Graham clearly defamed not only Kendrick Lamar, his fiance and baby mother, and mother his child, and not only that, Dave Free. Those three people were defamed by Aubrey Drake Graham. Clearly. You alluded that Dave Free slept and had sex with the fiance of his best friend, Kendrick Lamar, threatening his job, his employment, his friendship, and his brotherhood, and shaming him where he could have been killed in Los Angeles. Or everybody around who's a fan of Kendrick Lamar would have turned on this man and tried to take his life. You put his life in danger. Do you really want to go down this road, Champagne Sloppy? You don't know legal law, buddy, at all. I happen to know law. Exactly. So if you want to be a hypocrite and go down this whole road, all right, that's on you. but he never calls Drake a PDF file on the song. Kendrick Lamar never calls Drake a PDF file. Your lawsuit can insinuate it because you can make people assume it without saying it. So any woman talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. Baca's got a weird case. Okay, first of all, who is Baca? That's your real government name? No, it isn't. It's your stage name. Okay, you got a weird case. What weird case? Well, you did have a weird case, sir. You had a case that seemed very weird. That's a matter of opinion. In Kendrick Lamar's interpretation, you had a weird case. To him, the case was weird. It's a matter of opinion. In his eyes, he viewed the case as very weird. He don't understand hip hop. Drake doesn't understand our culture because he's not from our culture. One, he's from Canada. Two, he aligns more with his mother's side of the family than his father's side of the family. He doesn't want to be on his father's side of the family. He wants to use his father's side of the family for credibility. But he don't want nothing to do with them. They always asking for money. Of course, they broke. What they supposed to do? If I got a rich family member, shoot, and I'm broke, I'll be like, hey, can you give me a job? Why wouldn't you hook them up with jobs? Why wouldn't you employ them? Mr. Big Time. You'll hear the music. Either he gonna do the hook, because all they want to do is hit the hook anyway. But do you think parents want to see the kids standing there jumping up and down, going certified lover boy, certified verified, what? That's all they want to do. The parents gonna be, what did the lyrics just say? Kid be spinning around. Pussy, you better look. I'm gonna do this for the doctor. For action. Fucking Wayne girl, he's in jail. That's conniving. Get his in, tell him like a bitch apologizing. They'll be, what are you singing? Oh my God, kids will be going off. So my like for Drake or dislike for Drake is not even the case. Like, it's not even the story, really. The storyline is mostly the moral of the story is this. Either you live long enough to see yourself become the villain or become the villain yourself. I think I got that from Batman or something. No, I've told people that it's going back from points on end. He said Dark Knight Rises. No, because at the end of the day, none of us, none of us are getting any younger. And as we grow and to become better men, that's what we're about, becoming better men. Better people, better females, better males, better everything. And Drake has regressed. He's had multi-millions of dollars. He can't have a relationship that lasts 5 seconds with any woman because he's always competing with them. He's always lying to do. His thing is he likes to chase women. And then once he get them, he don't want them no more. Oh, yeah. Well, when you see those scenarios on the table, here's the thing you got to ask yourself. Why would the NFL contact Kendrick Lamar? I'm quite sure this was discussed in the beginning on what he can say and what he can't say. I'm quite sure Jay-Z told Rock Nation, told Kendrick Lamar in the beginning when this first started, you can't perform that with those kind of lyrics at the Super Bowl. I don't even think he needed to be told that. If I'm Kendrick Lamar, what do I care about Drake at this point? I don't need him for nothing. The battle is over. Drake was the one talking about some round 2. You need another round. We don't need another round. No more rounds. It's over. Yeah. So his best move was his worst move. Kendrick don't say much. That's why Drake is always talking too much. One of his main problems. Running off at the mouth. He exhausted the public with his stupidity. Yeah. What do you think's going to happen? The NFL is making tons of money off of Not Like Us. It's the biggest thing going for them. Everywhere you go. Oh, no problem, brother. The NFL is cashing in off this. Everybody's got these shirts everywhere. Not like us. Oh, yeah. So, who put the narrative out there? Wasn't us. Well, those narratives never change. Oh man, no way. When you're a loser, you have these type of thoughts. Man, people just don't understand. Not Like Us is not gonna take any notion, right? They're not gonna be able to do anything. Not Like Us is a better song. And it just went 7 times platinum. 7 million records sold for Not Like Us. Yeah, Not Like Us. It's incredible. Everybody knows that. Anybody that got sense. Have you ever seen anybody who's had to honestly say that song ain't what it is? 7 million records sold equivalent in playbacks. You hadn't seen it. It hadn't been done. Mm-hmm. Right. It's kids at the Super Bowl, man. There's kids there. Why would he ever consider doing anything other than? There's kids at the Super Bowl. So why would he be saying PDF files at the Super Bowl? It's not going to happen. Drake's not trying to win a lawsuit. After this Super Bowl, watch this suit get dropped.
Check it out. Big and small.
That's gonna be Cino right there. Back again, riding in drop tops down the strip. Mm-hmm. Well, depending on how you roll. Everybody moves to the beat of their own drum.
There's no failure in sports.
Seriously, what does failure mean? It's not. It doesn't exist.
You know, there's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful. Some days you're not.
Because if I fail today, okay, I'm gonna learn something from that failure, and I'm gonna try again on Tuesday.
And that's what sports is about. You don't always win.
The story continues. So if you fail on Monday, the only way it's a failure on Monday is if you decide to not progress from that.
So 50 years from 1971 to 2021 that we didn't win a championship, it was 50 years of failures? No, it was not. It was steps to it.
So to me, that's why failure is not existent.
It's not a failure. It's steps to success.
Yep, it's steps to it. It's steps to this. And I'm finna take one of those steps right now. Love, peace, and hair grease. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Buzz Live. Kwame Brown, Buzz Live, Ticket TV, Dreamers Pro, all that. All that. And don't forget to go to my Patreon, which is Carcito for Life. I'm out.
I support my brother, Solomon Hill, baby. He was just out there playing defense. It ain't his fault LeBron can't move his feet.
Not his fault at all.